So I just meditated and then I just did some visualizing for 11 minutes. Forgive me, I sound very silly. I've got some teeth whitening things in, but anyway, I just did some visualizing and I just couldn't think of something to visualize. Like, I thought of multiple things. I thought of finding $50 on the ground. I thought of being famous on social media. I thought of having $200,000 in my bank account. I thought of living in a mansion and then going to my cold plunge and my sauna, and then going to a 24-hour gym because I would be able to afford it. And it's like I'm not too sure what to visualize because I want so many things, but above all else, I want what is going to be good for me and what is going to be useful for me. So I know things that I want, like right now, this is very silly to say, but I want to have sex with women, but that's not conducive to my higher self. Let's say I just, I get that visualization of having sex with multiple women. Then what? I'm just filled with lust and, I probably don't achieve too much. Or, is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? It's very confusing. And let's say some other things that come to my mind. I want to be famous. I want to be a famous artist. I want to be a famous, spiritual video person. And I say these things, and do I believe them? Yeah, sometimes. But then what if I get the fame and my mental state just cannot handle it? And then I absolutely break down and crumble, and I only wanted these things because of my ego and to fill the void. So it's like, what do I visualize when I'm not too sure of what I want? I guess the end goal is contentment and like a family and a loving wife and within reason, infinite money. I know money is absolutely not a measure of happiness, but I mean, I don't know about you, but I really like when my rent's paid. I really like when I can go get a massage. I really like when I don't have to crumble mentally when a fucking homeless person asks me for $5. I really like having these luxuries in my life. I really like having my car serviced, all these things. I know that materialism in its naked form is bad. Allegedly, I think that is the case because then I would sell someone's daughter for $10. So I know that's not great, but material is extremely important and extremely valuable in a world that it is the literal currency, So, what do I visualize, It's so difficult sometimes listening to your brain and knowing when not to listen and, trying to listen to my intuition and figuring out what's intuition versus filling the void. And you'd think it would be a lot easier. Like, you'd think it would be really easy to, what is a good idea and what is not a good idea. But I guess sometimes it's just not. Or sometimes, I am in my own brain. So sometimes it takes maybe third-party insight to distinguish what is good versus what is bad. But yeah, perhaps I'm getting a little off topic. I'm not too sure. I know visualizing is extremely... Yeah, I know visualizing... Well, actually, I don't know, honestly. I don't know very much. I just listen to these videos and think things. And allegedly, visualizing is extremely important. Do I think it is? I think there may be merit to it. Yeah, I think it is important. You hear Jim Carrey, you know, he used to drive up to the hills late at night and he would visualize like tens of millions of dollars in the check and all of that stuff. And then it came true, you know, like I truly think there is merit to it. You know, I really believe I need to let go of the asking and the wanting and the needing and the desiring and just hold on to the visualizing and the not needing anything and the being grateful for what I have. I think there's merit to that. Honestly, I don't know, you know, I'm just trying to, or I'm just, you know, on my journey. I'm not sure of these things. I'm just trying things to better my life. But anyway, I guess that is my soliloquy on visualizing. Yeah. Meow. Psych a lad. I'm back again after listening to it, because there is more to visualization than just visualizing. And where do I start? You know, it's so difficult. You can't just visualize something, you know. You've got to truly live that experience in your mind with the emotion, with the touching, the little ribs pause on the steering wheel of your Ferrari, the smelling your brand new, I don't know. You've really got to add all 5 of your senses to your visualizing. That's extremely important. And apparently, visualizing the same scene over and over is useful, because, you know, what is it, the universe or your subconscious or whatever can't tell the difference between what is truly existing in your physical reality or what you are visualizing with a lot of energy and a lot of feeling, and it can't tell the difference. And if you're putting it out into the universe, you're saying to the universe, hey, by the way, this is happening, so realize that. And the universe is like, oh shit, okay, there you go, it occurred. Because you said it occurred, you felt it occurred, you lived that experience, therefore it did occur. And then beyond that, you have to get out of your own way. Like, man, recently I was actually, and getting out of your own way, you have to truly believe that you deserve it. Apparently. See, I don't know this. This is just what I hear. And, does it make sense? I guess so. Maybe. Because, like, yeah, recently I was trying to visualize something. And, oh man, I was doing so well. It was crazy. But then I just started getting these doubts, like, what if it doesn't happen? Mate, how many times am I gonna have to loop this fucking video? Anyway, what if it doesn't happen? And then I just started spewing doubt into the universe, and the universe was like, I guess it didn't happen, and then totally cancelled it. Or I'm just absolutely tripping balls, and, you know, that's not how it works. I'm not too sure, you know. I'm just trying things, man. Like, I'm just trying things that, you know, make sense to me, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just my ego, and maybe it's just my ego thinking there's an easier way to get things in life than actually working hard for them. Or maybe there truly is merit to it. Who knows? I guess we have to try these things for ourselves, right? And yeah, I think we really need to believe we deserve these things. I feel like recently I can't say that I've been visualizing heaps, but I've been doing things to receive things, but the biggest problem is subconsciously, I believe that I do not deserve these things. Consciously, Like, consciously and logically, yes, of course I deserve $1 million. Why do I not? Sometimes I am an amazing person. Why do these other people deserve it and I don't? But that's not what matters. What matters subconsciously, what do I believe deep down about myself? And I know, because of how I react, because of my childhood trauma, because I have adapted beliefs from my parents. I know that I believe subconsciously that I do not deserve much. I struggle with that. There are times where I hate myself. I think, just I'm not going to go into it, but moral of this tangent is your subconscious and what you repeat to yourself and what you think about yourself deep down. Some people with no trauma, they manifest things so easily. Life just occurs for them. And then for others, such as myself, I'm spending so long trying to fix this shit and not getting my visualizations because I'm doing it all wrong, because I don't believe that I deserve these things. So, what? This is a part of the journey of healing. What do I do there? I guess I journal these things. I love my inner child. I think you really have to write these things out and assess, where do I think this thought comes from? Do I think it's conducive to my healing and to my future? And that's all good and well, but do I continue this thought? I think that's the hardest part, because right now consciously I say, no, I do not continue this thought. And then I just go back to old thinking patterns, this is going off topic, but oh well, new topic. That's something that's been really, really prevalent in my life recently, just old thinking habits. Like, let's say an opportunity arises and I panic, man. I get scared. I want to run away. And it's like, hey, man, you are asking for opportunities and you are asking for a change in life. And then it comes to you and it's so foreign and you're so I don't know what it is, I guess it's just my paradigm, my subconscious beliefs, my fears, that I'm geared to run away from it all. No, get it away from me. No, it's not that bad. Life's not that bad. But man, you are asking for this. You really need to rewire yourself to be open, and to explore and to see things out and to have faith and to trust in the universe, trust in the process. You are asking for this, so maybe don't fight it.